Alrighty, so if a problem gives me some information about a pressure, a volume, and a temperature, and that's it, I am going to assume that it is the combined gas law problem. First thing I need to do is write my formula. So P1 times V1 over T1 is equal to P2 times V2 over T2. So P1 times V1, oh, you can't even see that, over T1 is equal to P2 V2 over T2. Next step is that I have to identify my given variables. That will be pressure, volume, and temperature. The little 1 and the little 2 after each of these little letters represents either the initial value or the final value. So if it's a 1, it means that it happened first. So these are my initial values of pressure, volume, and temperature. If there is a 2, it means that it happened last. It's the final one. So these are my final values for pressure, volume, and temperature. And you'll see what I mean when I actually read the problem. So a gas has a volume of 2.3 liters at STP. We discussed that STP already means that my temperature, it's a standard temperature and pressure, my temperature is 273 Kelvin and my pressure is 1 atmosphere. So let me do that. STP means that my temperature is 273 Kelvin and my pressure is 1 atm. So right here, oh wow, I wrote that in the wrong one, but it doesn't matter. So 273 Kelvin and 1 atm. So right off the bat, I already have information for the volume, temperature, and pressure. And that sounds like the combined gas law. What is the new volume? Okay, so we're talking about new stuff here. So my P1, V1, T1 are these information that we have right here. So my initial pressure was 1 atmosphere. My initial temperature was 273 Kelvin. And my initial volume was 2.3 liters. Now we changed something. So now we're finding something new. So P2, V2, T2. They're asking me what is my new volume. So I don't know my final volume. When the temperature is changed to 60 K, so this is my final temperature here, 60 K, and the pressure is changed to 1.4 atm. Alright, so we had our initial values, and then we had our final values, and what we're trying to find is the new volume after these things are changed. So now we can plug this into the equation. So P1 is 1 times V1 is 2.3 divided by T1, which is 273, is equal to P2, which is 1.4, times V2, which is my unknown. I'm just going to say X. You can say V2, whichever one, over T2, which is 60. For these problems, how I like to solve them is cross multiplication. So the butterfly cross, I'm going to multiply these two things. So 273 times 1.4 times X, set them equal to this side of my butterfly. 1 times 2.3 is just 2.3 times 60. So all I did here is multiply across this way and set those two multiplications equal to each other. So now all I have left to do is just multiply it out and find the value of X. So 273 times 1.4 is 382.2x is equal to 2.3 times 60. Whoop, messed that up. Times 60, 138. Get x by itself, so divide both sides by 382.2, 382.2, 382.2. And now I have that x is equal to 0.36 approximately. Because we were solving for the volume and we were working with liters, my answer is 0.36 liters.